In light of the crisis in Haiti, Governor Ron DeSantis down in Florida has taken measures to crack down on illegal immigration. Let's check it out.
Governor Ron DeSantis doubling down on his decision to send more resources to the Florida Keys. He said he is trying to avert a possible influx of Haitian immigrants from making it to the shores of Florida. Our Todd Wilson explains tonight the governor signed 3 bills into law today that will take measures against all undocumented immigrants who try to come to the state.
This first one is going to be driving without a valid license.
With 3 back-to-back signatures, Governor Ron DeSantis signs 3 bills to fight undocumented immigration in Florida.
You want to be proactive. We are proactive. We can wait to get overwhelmed and then do something.
SB 1036 will enhance penalties for a crime committed by an individual who returns to the country illegally after an initial deportation. The language in HB 1451 says it prevents counties and cities from accepting cards issued to quote-unquote illegal aliens by other jurisdictions. And HB 1589 increases penalties on individuals who operate a vehicle without a license.
So we're forward-leaning on this.
I think those are all great common sense bills signed into law, don't you think?
We think it's important, and that's just going to be the way we roll in the state of Florida.
The legislation comes on the back of the governor's decision earlier this week to send more than 250 soldiers and officers with aircraft and seacraft support to the Keys.
We will mobilize stuff, and sometimes those resources end up not being needed. But I would much rather do that and then have it not be needed than to say, well, we knew this was a possibility, but we just didn't want to do.
It's disappointing to see that a governor decides to kick people while they're down.
That's Tessa Petit with the Florida Immigration Coalition. She says Haitians make up the 2nd largest group of immigrants in the state of Florida. Why not embrace them?
There are other ways that the governor could have approached this. Could have been practical and more showing some sympathy and empathy for Haitians.
Petit says her people wouldn't flee if things were safe and sound in Haiti.
There we go.
But DeSantis says he's dead set on stopping undocumented immigrants making it to Florida. In Palm Beach County.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. This lady's acting like Ron DeSantis is anti-immigration. I'm sure he's well aware of the fact that Haitians make up a large percentage of their immigrant population in the state. I'm sure he's aware of that. The thing is, illegal immigration, don't come here illegally. Common sense. All 3 bills that he signed are just things that states should do. Not accepting cards issued by other jurisdictions and the other measures that he signed into place. I mean, I don't know what these people's problems are. Let's keep going. This is from last year. He signed other bills into law as Title 42 is expiring. These are great as well.
Border crisis is one of the country's biggest political issues.
And Florida's governor has made it one of his as well. Today, he signed a sweeping immigration bill into law. Glenna Milberg is in the newsroom with a look.
And it's one of the state's most controversial new laws. No doubt it will affect families and industries right here in South Florida. It even got a response from the Biden administration late today, calling it the governor's political stunt.
All right, here we go, guys.
The governor signed off on state law by signaling national implications.
It is causing huge problems, and it's going to get a lot worse this week with the expiration.
By the way, you can see the difference between the 2 videos. The one I just played was more recent, and this one was from last year when he was running for president, or he was getting ready to run. He lost a lot of weight, started looking very strange, and now he's gone back to the heavy D look, which I like better on him. Just doing his job in Florida, I like that.
Of Title 42.
The governor and conservative legislature calls the new law an answer to the surge of migrants at the border, plus political inaction to fix complicated humanitarian and security issues.
People are going to come if they get benefits, and so what you want to do is say there's not benefits for coming illegally.
The wide-ranging law requires employers to check worker status through E-Verify, raises penalties for human trafficking, bans undocumented people from getting IDs and driving.
I love that. I love that. This is what we need to do in Texas, requiring E-Verify. That will the numbers will drop so dramatically it's not even funny. If you stop E-Verify, or if you require E-Verify for employers, people will have no incentive to come here to the state.
Driver's licenses and requires hospitals to report costs for their care.
There are federal dollars dedicated for that, so there doesn't need to be any state charge for any of the things that we're talking about.
Democrats and South Florida advocates call the new law overbroad.
We're really just hardworking people that want to be left alone, that want to, protect and support their families.
This guy, the problem is illegal immigration. That's the whole point of these bills. Being in the country or in the state illegally is a problem.
The new law also funds a migrant transport program, a more official version of the Florida tax-funded trips for 50 Venezuelans taken from the border to Martha's Vineyard last year.
In fact, the state just selected 3 companies to carry out that transport program. One was the company paid to do those original flights, which has been paid for more than it carried out. I'm Glenna Milberg in the newsroom.
Well, there you have it. Ron DeSantis showing that he's very capable of being tough on illegal immigration in his state. And look, I'm a Trump supporter. I obviously voted for Trump in the primaries. Ron DeSantis has dropped out a while back, but DeSantis is doing great things in Florida. And am I opposed to him running again in 2028? I don't know. He might have done some damage to himself, but he is making Florida a very secure state to be in, more of like a sanctuary from the Biden administration. When I like that, I like his toughness as a governor. I like him better in that mode versus out on the campaign trail, slinging mud with Trump. I didn't like that. I like him down there in Florida with his head down, getting things done, signing bills into law, cracking down on illegal immigration, making Florida a stronger state. I like this. But great job, Governor DeSantis. We know Haiti's dealing with a crisis down there, and it's very likely we're going to see, we could see people coming over to the state illegally to Florida. So this was good. I'm going to leave it right there. I just want to share that with you. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.